PR department, okay, we recommend that you guys do this. And US looks at it, I'm like, oh, okay. The next day come out, we have done that. I'm like, PR agency is like, what are you guys doing? That kind of thing.
And welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic takes on the news, current affairs, and all the things people pretend to understand. I am your host, Jin Yong, and with me is fellow Lao Jiao, Ten Yang. How are you doing?
You know, when you all say unapologetic and me in the same sentence, I think our producer might actually regret putting those two things in the same sentence. I am the spicy opinion. But otherwise, I'm good, man. Today is race day. We're recording this on race day. I'm going for the race later. Friend managed to get me a ticket. Thank you very much to my friend Hadi. Yourself, are you going to watch the race, or what are you going to plan for the evening?
No, man. I'm not an F1 person, but probably evening I'll just go for dinner, and if I got time, I'll read a book or something.
This weekend, literally just avoid town. I mean, don't say drive. Even you take public transport and everything. City Hall, Raffles Place, and like the surrounding area, Nicole Highway, they're all blocked to hell. Can't even walk in a straight line without having to take 3 million detours, that kind of thing.
And I took MRT back yesterday from Dhoby Ghaut, right? It was the first time I felt that, wow, Singapore got so many like tourists, and really from all over the world kind.
A good friend of mine, he used to work at Hotel Jen Orchard. Now he moved to another, he switched jobs to another hotel in Sentosa. But he said F1 season, hotels in town, his capacity was full. And the prices were like
mad.
Yeah. I think last year he told me occupancy for the Hotel Jen Orchard, I think was like 90 something, high 90s, maybe even 100% occupancy for the race weekend, and it's not even anywhere near the circuit.
I think that's why for me, right, it's quite a surprise when Singapore announced that we're not going to renew the contract for F1 the third time for the third running.
I mean, okay, I don't speak for everybody but I feel that this 1-2 weeks of inconvenience brings a lot of tourist receipts to Singapore, so it's worth the inconvenience is worth the financial gain
Benefits,
like you say, a lot of foreigners, right? Or you say yesterday on the train on the way home, because all these foreigners literally just come to Singapore for the race,
just for the race.
Just for the race. So like this week is when all the if you want to be those kind of like merchant to go and can the tourists, this is the weekend to go and can tourists.
Exactly.
So all the Chinatown merchants, all the Geylang Serai merchants, all the Little India one were quite relatively honest, but Chinatown one all a bit crooked, and the tendency to be a bit crooked. So I want to go and can the tourists. This is the week to go to can tourists.
When tourists come with the mindset that, I'm coming here to like enjoy the race and spend money, right? That's the best time that you can really get them to buy stuff, spend on food, spend on everything all kinds of things that souvenir that don't make sense they will spend on.
Can you imagine how crowded Newton Hawker Centre will be because all these foreigners? It's like oh my god, we saw this crazy rich Asians. It's like, George, we have to check it out. It's an iconic spot. Must have the satay and drinking the tiger beer.
So to echo your point, I was in Joo Chiat on Saturday afternoon to eat bak kut teh. And I thought the bak kut teh was like a more secret hideout only known to Singaporeans, but to my surprise, I go there, half of it was actually tourists, and then there were Taiwanese tourists, like African American tourists, and they go there, I'm quite surprised. Joo Chiat.
Really? Joo Chiat. There's this South African deli there called Baggies, Baggies.
Oh yes.
I love the place, dude. Like their biltong is like some of the best I've had. In jerky or anything, but the problem is it's so inconvenient for me to get there. I stay in the West, and it's like the bus. There's not much buses there, and then parking there is always parking in Joo Chiat is an absolute nightmare.
Crazy, I tell you. No place to park one.
It's an absolute nightmare. The roads are only one lane each. And like traffic, even if you're not someone's not trying to park, traffic's really shit. So when someone tries to park on the street, it becomes even more shit.
There's only one parking space in between the two shop houses, the empty space one. I forget what is it called.
Yeah,
They got two
people
murals
just park-
there. One. Yeah.
People just park at Dunman Food Centre and then just walk over or some shit, right?
Could be. That is one parking spot also. Yeah.
No, actually the parking not very big also.
Our next segment is the segment of the week. Okay, I have nominated myself because I have a very interesting random fact I want to share, which is my segment. I believe you would have heard of coolies in Singapore before. Our forefathers coolies.
Yeah. The older days, yeah.
What are some of the impressions or what are some of the stereotypes that you hear about coolies in the media or in the documentaries that you watched?
I mean, from what we were taught in textbooks and stuff, coolies were from China, they're laborers.
Yeah.
So,
correct.
I would assume not very educated, but, very hardworking, very fit. These guys work long hours, manual labor, shit pay. Came to Singapore for such a better opportunities. The standard
Things lah.
Yeah, the standard forefather story to come to Singapore lah. I mean, if I'm not wrong, I think my late grandfather on my mom's side, not sure. I think he may have had coolies in the past. I'm not too sure when he came to Singapore, way before the war lah. So
my grandfather was a coolie himself lah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yes. Okay, so but this is beside the point. Okay, what I wanted to share was that actually a few months ago I visited this 会馆 called the 晋江会馆, or the English they call it Chin Kang Gallery. Chin Kang 会馆. Okay, so they are called 晋江 because they are a small, not small lah, they are an area within the Fujian province back in China. Okay, and
Fujian
then
is Hokkien, right? Is the Hokkien?
Yes, correct. It's the Hokkien region lah. And then the Jinjiang is one of the regions inside this Hokkien province. When they came to Singapore, they actually took out a few houses near the Singapore River. So
the standard.
Yeah, so they actually correct. So they actually had a lot of first-hand research. One of the researchers actually had a lot of first-hand access to coolies and their stories lah. Talked to the researcher and I learned that actually coolies are, interestingly, although we know them as hard laborers, right? They are division of work one. Means they are coolies that, okay, you are the water coolie, means that the whole day of work, right, 8 hours, right, you just stand inside water, you will shiver and you will what, because it's like you are inside the water. Then there are those that...
last time Singapore River was filthy, like not even filthy, it's like absolutely
correct,
censored filthy, My God.
If you're lucky to be on the shore, right, then you will have to suffer that kind of like here crooked lah, back break lah, because you have to carry the very heavy things onto the harbour or whatnot.
Ship, yeah.
That coolies have a bad rep because they used to be known to the British as people that either created trouble because they have triad and gangs, then they get on bully ma. Then you will hear the Hokkien people fight against the Guangdong people, all this. Okay, and then that is true. They also say, this one like they have to smoke the yapian. Opium, yes. Right? Apparently to some of these coolies, right, opium, yes, it is sort of like drug abuse, but the drinking, right, they say sometimes it's not that they want to drink, but because if you are the ones working in the water, right, if you don't drink, you really freeze to death. So drinking is to warm them up so that they can continue working in the water as part of their work. And then they drink the like very, very cheap and very, very like not that good on your liver kind of alcohol. I
think the predecessor to what Maltai is. I don't know if you tried Maltai, but the normal one, you might as well go and drink petrol, cheaper also.
Yeah, Singapore, we keep saying it's a place without much culture and history, right? But actually, if you dig hard enough and go in the right places, right, there's actually a lot of interesting stories that I didn't know existed and a lot of history that if you need to dig hard enough to see it happen. So I learned about the coolie story a bit more a few months ago when I visited this 会馆. Before we get into our episode, a word from our sponsor. We would like to thank SG Watch Hub for sponsoring this episode. SG Watch Hub is Singapore's one-stop platform for all things watches. Whether you are buying, selling, or just crazy about timepieces, SG Watch Hub connects you to sellers, retailers, and fellow collectors so that you can find that perfect piece for your wrist.
But it's not just the marketplace. They've got you covered with a full range of services from repairs and polishing, to strap replacements, protective films, watch winding, and even authentication to make sure that your watch is 100% the real deal. With service partners all over Singapore like Goodman Luxury, High Enhanced, Global Watch Service, and more, getting your watch pampered has never been easier.
But wait, there is a bonus! SG Watch Hub even offers brand partner promo codes so that you can score special discounts on watches from different brands. So, if you love watches as much as we do, head over to sgwatchhub.sg and join the community, bringing the world of watches to your fingertips.
Once again, a big thank you to SG Watch Hub for sponsoring this episode.
And now, back to the episode. So for our main news segment, I would start with the number one news that I think all Singaporeans were very shook about. Gong Cha closed all of his Singapore outlets. Young, when I posted this news in the group chat, I think you also had a visible reaction. So I just wanted to ask, were you shocked and are you a regular drinker of Gong Cha when you heard about this?
I think why the reaction was I was just very surprised, like, Gong Cha closed, because they're actually one of the more popular brands here.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Singapore for bubble tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was very shocked, like, oh my god, again? Like the first time not enough. The first time Gong Cha closed, then it became Liho. Now
Yes.
Gong Cha closed the second time, I'm like, guys, what's going on? What's going on? You guys you want to pull out the market, you want to come back into the market, and then like what's up with that? That kind of thing. Okay, I'll be very honest. Gong Cha is not one of my preferred bubble tea brands. If I want to go and drink
I
bubble
have to
tea,
agree. Yeah.
I'll take A, Liho, or B, Playmate. Liho, I like the flavors. They got all
Playmate.
Yeah, because Liho got all the fruity flavor inside. I like. Then Playmate, Playmate is damn good. Playmate got all the pearls and everything, all the flavored pearls. It's damn nice. It's damn nice, especially the pink cactus pearls. I'm very angry if you Playmate. You remove my favorite flavor, the cranberry vinegar. I've said that group chat. I'm very angry. I love that flavor, but understandably, it's not a popular flavor. So
I find it'll be interesting if you can talk to the founders, right, to sort of understand, like, in this very competitive bubble tea landscape in Singapore, right, how do they at least survive in this arm race? Because, like, you see Gong Cha, such a famous brand, right? They also closed already.
To be honest, Gong Cha's branding quite forgettable. Like, you see, when Joo Chiat Sanchen came in, they had the very aesthetic. Joo Chiat Sanchen is very aesthetic. Not my
very
preferred brand. Yes, but they look very aesthetic. IT, they have like a bit more of the bigger stores you can actually sit down. Liho has very bright, very localized branding. I mean, hell, their mascot is a freaking lion. Gong Cha is just like, what are you doing? That kind of thing. It's just very forgettable.
Not only that, I think the news also said that they will plan to rebrand and come back in 2026. I don't know how long they will last this time, but I think suffice to say, if they want to rebrand and come back, they should generate enough hype. If not, they will just it will just be the same, like you say, 就是开了又倒，倒了又开这样子。
I would say yes, Gong Cha has their fans and everything, but bubble tea market in Singapore is so saturated.
Competitive, bro.
Yeah, it's so saturated.
Yeah.
I mean, like Jurong East itself has like so many of them, Gem and Westgate. It's like, I want to drink bubble tea, I can just go and pick and choose which one I want, that kind of thing. So like it's not it's at this point, it's just like, I think it's somehow like brand loyalty.
It used to be when your boss say 我请喝, it used to be like kopi or tea, right? Now it's like 我请喝 is like bubble tea. It's like straight away already.
Oh, sorry, nowadays it's matcha.
Oh yes. The new sexy term.
To be honest, matcha is nice, but then the matchas and everything, matcha lattes, you put milk and you put like sugar and cream and God knows what else inside. It's like, I'm not really tasting the matcha here, Like, I'm tasting more of the sugar and the cream and you know what I mean? You know who is the Benoit? The guy that screams a lot. Oh, that fellow.
Yeah, he also did a rant about this matcha. He said, hey, all you influencers, why you everything can and matcha, this, matcha, that. Yeah, just reminds me.
It'd be funny to speak to that guy because he actually also did a rant on the F1, all the influencers
correct,
for F1.
Correct.
Yeah,
then
I 100% agree.
The next video, I saw him talking to Max Verstappen.
No, I think the guy actually is an F1 fan. I'm not sure about that. I believe he is but I mean, let's be honest a lot of the influencers just go to
take videos.
Like Wednesday at the BYD event on Wednesday. I don't even know who they were. Couldn't be bothered also. They're like, oh my god, I'm so excited for the race this weekend. I'm going to wear my McLaren shirt, Daniel Ricciardo, and oh my god, I know he's not there, but he's so cute, this and that and that. I was like, a lot of the more prominent ones tend to be performative just going to F1 for the vibes, bro. For the vibes.
For my god.
First up, we'd like to take a break in the episode to thank our friends at Sauce Kingdom, the famous Good France sauce brand trusted by giant fast food chains around the world.
With these sauces, you can turn any air fryer meal into a gourmet experience. Let's run through a few favorites. Buttermilk Ranch, creamy, herby, perfect with pizza, fried chicken or even veggies. Texas Grill, smoky, bold, that true BBQ peak flavor in every bite.
Smoked mayo, rich, savory, Fries' ultimate partner, and New York burger sauce, tangy, classic, and turns any burger into a diner-style experience. To find out more, check out the Shopee and Lazada links in our description. Now available in selected Sheng Siong outlets and soon in all stores.
Once again, a big thank you to our friends at Sauce Kingdom for sponsoring this episode.
Restaurant taste at home.
Our second news is about SMU investigating an incident where a young woman was seen kicking an older woman who was lying on the ground. So, Ten Yang, have you seen this news?
Yeah, I think I saw the video the other day about it, Okay, unpopular opinion, but I think nowadays, older people, especially all these aunties and uncles, typically actually not auntie or uncles, aunties and uncles, they're starting to get very, how I say this, entitled.
倚老卖老.
Yeah, entitled.
Correct.
Unfortunately, we Chinese are 要尊重长辈. So yes, but sometimes the 长辈, what have they done to earn our respect? Especially not with your shit ass behavior. Your entitled shit ass behavior, trying to get all us youngsters to subscribe that we should still give you the respect and the dignity just because of your advanced age. I was actually going to say about vulgarity, then I just realized that producer may cut. But no, piss off, like seriously, piss off. Like all you aunties and uncles, seriously, it's like it's to the point nowadays. I see the auntie uncle on the train. I wouldn't even get up, for these people, because they even feel, hey, uncle, like I'm like, if you got legs, you can walk, you can stand. I see you standing for 4D, for hours and hours, just to buy a number and everything. But then y'all can't even stand for, say, half an hour on the train, where y'all can stand 2 hours just to buy a 4D. Logic doesn't it doesn't math, bro.
Actually draw parallel about the Taiwanese incident. Do you see the guy that kung fu kicked the auntie?
I love that video. I love that video.
He didn't just kick, He take his bag, right? I could see him mouth to his friend. He said, 可以帮我拿一下吗? Very calmly. Then he stood up. Then he flying kicked the auntie. And the auntie like fly and then like landed in the seat opposite. I think it's just, wow.
It was comedy gold. You know what that scene reminded me of or not? Remember the movie 300?
Yes.
Yeah, and then the scene, this is Sparta! Oh my god, it was so amazing. Auntie actually went flying, and like opposite her there was like, I mean, don't look at the background. So there's so many empty seats, and it was like, 我就是拼命我要这个座位. You asking for it lah, to be honest.
Exactly.
Okay, the SMU one, we don't know the full backstory.
Maybe,
something could have happened. There was a provocation between the younger one, the older one. I mean, I said this before when on the Charlie Kirk episode. Violence is not the answer, but sometimes violence is the only way to get the message through to some people.
Technically, it's not violence. I just feel that it's a very playful shove.
I call a playful shove also? The time when I walked out of the train at Jurong East and then a whole bunch of aunties decided to rush into the train before I got out. I'm a big guy. If anyone wants to know how my size is, just go and look at the Chit podcast. We had some photos there, videos of us showing our full bodies. I have a lot of meat. I have a lot of fat. I have a lot of cushion. If I bang into you, odds are I'm not going to feel it, which is what I did to the aunties who decided to walk into the train without letting me out. So I wasn't like rushing out last to get out of the train. I was like the first front of the door because I was rushing for time. So I just decided to like, okay, you want to play like this? I walked right through the aunties like a bumper car just got poof, like a bowling ball, and then I kicked one auntie. Yes, departing the bloody Red Sea. I caught one of the aunties square in the chest. My shoulder clipped her square in the chest. Padded. I don't feel shit. But the auntie felt everything. I know because the auntie went very audible. Yeah. I know the auntie felt everything. And that did my heart good.
This is one of the rare few news or rare few instances, right? We are both quite united in the unpopular opinion. Because we know what is supposed to be acceptable. But sometimes, I do agree, some elderly, some seniors, right, really just asking for it.
More often than not, it tends to be the Chinese aunties and uncles. The Malay Indian ones,
yes, I'm sorry.
They tend to be quite nice.
Yes, we do want to be kind to the elderly and whatnot, or kind to everyone in general. But sometimes when things get too unreasonable, then if you push the other person to the extreme or you push them to have a reaction, right, then, sometimes you also bo pian lah. You just have to take the brunt of it. No manner of law and no manner of policing, right, can stop like on the spot heatedness and on the spot angry one. I feel that, yeah.
The Singa, the courtesy lion, the one that the government has been pushing for years and years and years. Sometimes I feel they shouldn't be pushing it just to, the younger generation. Push it onto the older folk as well, like seriously.
Not just you lah. I just felt very so it felt so good when I saw the guy go kick the auntie in the Taiwanese train.
Oh, that felt so good.
But I have to say, there is a follow-up to the news. Actually, the auntie was caught by police and she has priors one. She also
Shoplifting,
harassed
right?
other passengers. Yeah.
She shoplifted
So,
also,
yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
this
correct.
is it lah. This is the problem people lor.
Our third news is that I think Tân Yang have saw it also. NUS is mandating that all their staff have to go back and work 5 days a week. But of course, this has prompted a lot of like backlash on social media and on Reddit and on NUS whispers and all this, because some say that the news was released too late. Some say that we need some work from home days because we got caregiving responsibilities. So I want to ask Tân Yang, like, what's your stand about this work from home thing and how do you think NUS handled this whole thing?
They didn't handle it very well lah.
Yes, I agree.
Remember the was it this year? Earlier this year, the Yale NUS the library books.
The library lah.
Yeah, the library books. Oh
Yeah.
my god, they just had to mess it up.
If you have so much money, why don't you employ a PR agency to manage all these things for you? Not to manage getting things done, but communicate how things are done. I think it's like this thing, not say you cannot do that, but can communicate it better.
I'm pretty sure they have an in-house PR department or something, but like it's like PR department. Okay, we recommend that you guys do this. NUS looks at it, I'm like, oh, okay. The next day come out, we have done that. I'm like, PR agency is like, what are you guys doing? That kind of thing.
I do agree with some of the complaints that they were given too short a notice. Like they announced it 2 days later, like next week you all have to come back, like work 5 days a week. Then what if those that are already working from home, they already make plans to like, okay, this day I'll be at home taking care of my kids and whatnot. And then they have to like last minute scramble around for new things.
Or even those with like elderly parents. Hey, childcare and elder care ain't cheap.
Not easy,
Yeah, it's not cheap. Don't say one thing not easy to get. Second thing not cheap. Cost
not
is
cheap. Yeah,
cost is a lot. I mean, a domestic helper isn't cheap also lah.
I asked before, this kind of like last minute private services come your house to take care of elderly one. Not say don't have 1 hour. I think $50-$60 is expensive one. Can you imagine you just engage for 8 hours a day? It's like wow, crazy leh.
And then if you say 5 days a week, well, that's $2,000 a week.
This is for private help lah. If you never go through the government service and get all the referrals and all these things to get subsidies. I think for the communication side, we both agree that this was handled quite badly. Then
No. It's handled perfectly in typical NUS style. It was handled perfectly in typical NUS fashion.
My next question will be, do you think people are having a lot of unrealistic expectations about work from home?
I think ever since COVID, people got very comfortable. I think there's always going to be pushback, unfortunately. Like for myself, my job, my boss said you can be permanently work from home. All you got to do is just come to the office once a month, that kind of thing. But I've personally realized that I can't really do work at home. There's a lot of distraction. My bed is right beside me. It's a big
My bed is
distraction.
right beside me also.
Yeah, my bed's right beside me. I have all my giam cai, all my computer lah, my whatever lah, then the kitchen's right there, that kind of thing. I'm not in a working mood. I go office. Yes, my office is in the east. It's not exactly very near. I up down one time, my EZ-Link $5 gone already. But like,
wow,
I'm in the office. But I go office, I'm not like say super comfortable. I don't have my secret lab chair. I don't have my comfortable clothes. I have I have people around me. Okay lah, I got snacks, got drinks, but free aircon, free Wi-Fi. Just work in the office lor. Just while my time away in the office. If anything, can just speak to colleagues about say, this one, that kind of thing. So I think it's still a bit more conducive. So yeah,
I do understand some of the people's worry about caregiving and caretaking. But I also have to tell people that actually work from home is now becoming more and more a regular thing. I think most companies are requiring people to come 5 days a week to office already. So I just feel that they have to, but of course people have to give you a bit of advance. But I think as working parents, right, life is probably close to back as it is before COVID already. People are expected to go office. I would like to go with a round of quick fire questions on the Alamak Meter. So you can just tell me about whether it's smart, dumb, or just plain Alamak. A Malaysian man had an affair with his father-in-law after the wife gave birth to son, claiming that his father-in-law called him sexy.
Father-in-law or mother-in-law?
Father-in-law. You can go find, it's on Weird Kaya.
Shit. Okay.
Second news. Hiker in Sichuan plunges to death after undoing safety rope to take selfie at the top of the mountain.
You know my answer to this one already lah.
Yeah, both are actually quite dumb lah.
It is. Malaysian man has an affair with father-in-law after why he's supposed to son because the father-in-law called him sexy. I don't know how to respond. It's yeah, this is a clear-cut alamak, but like, what the hell? I'll go on because the more I say, the more I'm going to get cancelled.
I think that concludes our episode. Alright, that was our Lao Jiaos Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe. We have an episode that comes out every Friday, but at the same time, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday, and our Cool People show where we interview fun and amazing guests from around Singapore every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead, but remember,
we don't always talk cock,
but sometimes we do.
Ahoo! Ahoo! Ahoo!